Hello, everyone. Welcome to ChampCar.live coverage of the amped up duels at Atlanta Motorsports Park. It's the Champ Car Endurance Series presented by RVA Graphics and Wraps. Paul Velton, Bill Strong, Doc Waldrop, and Tiffany Alexander calling the action this weekend for an 8 and a 7 hour endurance race at Atlanta Motorsports Park, or AMP as we like to call it, designed by Formula One architect Herman Tilke in the North Georgia mountains in Dawsonville, Georgia. So far this morning, we went green at 8:30 this morning local time. We went back to yellow after the first lap as Racing Analytics got together with the 679 Mean Green Racing team. And Racing Analytics found themselves in the wall, causing some damage. We were down for a while during that yellow. Happy Moose, their car stalled. That car was towed in. They found some electrical issues, got it resolved, got it back out on track. Mean Green then stalled on the racetrack. They've since discovered they dropped a valve. They're replacing that engine right now. Just got a message from Bill. They're going to get that car back out. And at 9:40 this morning, there was a big crash on the racetrack between Biohazard Racing and it was McKibben's Biohazard Racing and Pistol Star Racing. Both those cars heavily damaged. Looks like the Porsche is done. The MR2 might get back out on track. And right now, we've gone through the first round of pit stops. And it's Visceral Racing Group up front in this race, with Danger Racing Group in second, Tuttle Motorsports in third, Hong North Tronsam in fourth. We've got 901 Motorsport in fifth, Legacy Autosport in sixth, Tuttle Motorsports in seventh, Leviathan Motorsports in eighth, and No Sense Racing in ninth, with Full Throttle in 10th.
Woohoo! Hey guys, I'm back up here in back in the studio. Come down from race control to help Paul and Doc out, and just wanted to let you know, Doc, I talked to your crew members. They said the track is awesome. Said the car still has that old man smell in it, so they turned on the defroster for you. And they were kind of interested in why whenever they hit the brakes, these little square packs of something came out from underneath the bottom of the seat. So we'll discuss that later. But the car's running great, they said. They're having an absolute blast in that car, and they all had smiles on their faces as they were looking at the data. So you built a good car there, Doc.
Well, I mean, most of our success belongs to Matt Harper with Flying Wrench and his guys, Michael McCourt, Chris. Got a new guy in the shop now. His name is Connor. So we're breaking him in gently. He's not going to drive for us, but one of these days we may get him out there. He's young, he's fast, probably. He's not afraid to die.
Those are the best drivers, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. No fear.
Yeah. So the rain stopped. I heard that you said I didn't know what I was talking about. It's all right,
Never
Doc.
did know there were no drops out there.
Yeah, there was drops falling on me out there. Raindrops were falling on my head.
Are you sure you weren't just sweating from your exertions this morning? I mean, if y'all ever saw Bill Strong at the beginning of the race, he's running around like a madman. He's got a handful of camera phones, putting them in cars and like, where's this car? So he works his butt off out here. He looked at me on Thursday. He says, hey, you want to help me get the gear up here? It's like, no. I learned that from Mike Chiswick.
Yeah. So the funny
How to say no.
Yeah. The funny part was that it was like 38 degrees this morning. And so I wore a Nike thermal shirt underneath my regular Champ Car shirt, which is, 4 inches thick to begin with. And
his agent's up here mopping his brow
it's
now.
Like 90 degrees outside right now with high humidity. So, it's like, I kind of overdressed for this situation, but hey, I look good.
It's cold this morning. And it's not the kind of cold that bites through you. It's the kind of cold that seeps into you.
Right. So I was down talking to Troy Trulio again on my way back after talking to Pete Gasser, and they've got the front end off that car. Troy's grinding and doing some work on the front suspension. They're trying to reduce the bushing size from a half inch down to just a little sliver of bushing so that they can straighten that car back up. They had a problem. Most of the stuff on that car is used and rusted and doesn't really stay together well. So is that Randy's car? I think that is.
Yeah.
So
he's still having trouble with that Volvo here back in behind the wall, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Last time I saw him on track, he was on the back straightaway just bearing down on the Leviathan Motorsports in that MR2.
Yeah. And So Troy, yeah, the plan is they pulled the windshield out. They've taken the hood off. There's no engine up there, so they can run it without a hood.
Okay, he's got no cooling up there.
No, well, there's a radiator there, but it's
Right.
it's
It's okay.
it's okay.
I didn't know if it was ducted back there or anything.
No, so they're going to try and get the car back on track. They got Drew Nab. He's a NASCAR engineer. He's down there with pliers and hammers and all kinds of stuff, fixing the front splitter. And Troy's working on the suspension itself. And a couple other guys are standing around holding up the sky so that it doesn't fall on them. And they'll get that car out there. The Porsche, on the other hand, I talked to those guys. We found one of the Porsche's fans sitting in the front of Troy's car. They kind of French kissed there, and somebody left something, and took that back to their guy and showed him pictures of the car. They didn't know where their car was because the tow truck just drops it off in a certain place on the other side of the garages. So they're going to probably load up and go home. Who else did I talk to down there? We talked to Tuttle. Did you play that interview with Tuttle? I don't know if you did or not. Okay. No, that's cool. It's over on Facebook. I uploaded it there because it's a quicker upload. So the Tuttle's doing good. I talked to Brian. He said the SC300, the Danger Racing's SC300 is super quick, and so is some other Porsche out there. I think is there a Porsche leading right now? I haven't looked at standings.
Yeah, Visceral.
Yeah, so Visceral, they said they are super fast out there. He was starting to get a little racy with him, but he said he pulled back because he's learning, and he kind of emphasized this with hand quotes. He's learning to drive more controllable, and this is the beginning of the race, and he doesn't want to ruin it in 5 minutes. So he said that they're just hanging back. They're just going to put the time in and see where they can get at the end of the race. So it was a different Brian Tuttle. It was weird. I don't think I like it.
Maybe that shirt that he got this morning. Some team presented him with a shirt, and I can't remember what the shirt said. So there's no point in me talking.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You've taken up 14 seconds of airtime, so that's good.
On a roll.
Yeah, we're trying to give Paulie a little break here so he can get so he can take a coffee break and do whatever he's doing right now, which looks like a lot of work, actually. Look at those dark clouds over there.
Always working.
Well, he's the hardest working man in TV, let me tell you.
So Danger Racing has set the fastest time of the race like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, Danger Racing. Those guys are all Army pilots. And speaking of Danger Racing, the owner of the car just walked by the window here. He didn't see me, so I didn't get to tap on him.
Derek was watching us earlier.
Yeah, Derek who?
Some guy, he's also in the military, I believe. I think you know the guy.
Is that the guy that keeps chatting up my wife?
That's the one.
I just touched base with Danger, and Chris Huggins is in the car, actually. Okay.
Yeah, those guys just got back from a extended stay in a nice summery place, high altitude somewhere in Asia somewhere, and most of them are back. One of them's still over there, flying helicopters for the U.S. Army, and here comes one right now into our little area. Where is he? Where you at, man? So how's it going out there?
It's going good. It was pretty slick this morning, and everybody tried to be pretty good with the pace, but it was definitely some guys that were willing to take more risks than others.
Yeah. So Tuttle said that you guys are really quick out there. That he was going to start racing with you guys, but he decided to hold back. You guys you just had too much man for him, didn't you?
I don't think it was holding back. I just think he just couldn't keep up. He needs to spend more money.
Did you just throw him under the bus?
Oh, he threw him under the bus and ran over him.
Hey, I'm telling you, so hard that the front wheels got him.
Yeah. So you guys can go, 4 or 5 hours on fuel?
Yeah. I think we carry about 45 gallons.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Depending on if we blend our tank out or not.
Yeah. So who's in the car now?
Right now we got Chris Huggins in the car. He just he's reeling down the leader. For some reason, we're showing a lap down to the leader, but I think it's a typo. I think it's a timing issue because they had a 23-second lap at some point.
The Chris Huggins, you think he's pretty quick in that car? Because he normally just drives BMWs.
He likes driving this car.
Cool.
He does.
Has he driven it before?
Yeah, he drove it at Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in it at the end there when we kind of had an issue about 15 minutes ago and lost the lead.
Oh, that's right. With the front end kind of trying to fall off the car, the rear end.
Yeah, we had a tire and we had a radiator. We overheated.
Right.
So it put us in for about 10 minutes.
Right.
Trying to get some water in there.
Good luck out there, man.
You got anything? Behind Troy when all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what do you see?
I saw somebody in mid-engine car.
The Porsche
lift in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
And they got out of shape and.
He lifted
Yeah.
it.
I assume he did. I don't know why he checked.
He got one tire off under the blue. We saw the video. A tire off into the blue stripes.
You can't lift in those cars. That trailing throttle.
And then it just snapped and boom, every time. The wall. And then caught Troy on his return. After he hit the wall, he then caught Troy coming back onto the track.
I got a little out of shape on the downhill. But otherwise, the track is coming. The grip is coming in. So
cool.
And everybody's honestly, everybody's driving really, really well out there, in my opinion.
Cool.
From the last time we were here, last year with Derek, everybody drove pretty well, I thought. And we had horrible conditions that first day.
Right.
So it looks like you're on the tail end of the lead lap.
Yeah, I honestly think we're in first place right now.
Well, go talk to Control up top.
Yeah.
So you got anything to say to Derek? Because I think Derek's listening.
Derek, I miss you, man. It was great that we got to spend some time together in the sandbox. It made that trip a lot better for me. I hope it did for you. And I can't wait till you get back. We're going to plan on doing VIR.
It's going to be party time, battalion style.
Yeah, that'll be his return race.
Oh, cool. Because then he can come and put a stint in with Ian and our car.
Yeah, we should do a big
So do you think he has a mustache when he gets back?
If he wants to pick up girls, probably not.
Okay.
I don't know. Does Amy like mustaches?
No. No, she does not. Because she won't let me grow mine back, damn it.
All right, man. Good time.
All right, thanks, John.
Thought you guys were doing really well.
All right.
Thanks.
That's John Hurley from Danger Racing, the SC300, who's currently listed in second place. And Army guys, he's a fixed-wing pilot, started out as a helicopter pilot.
Is he fixed wing?
Yeah. Well, he may have gone back to helicopters.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, they all make fun of him because he decided to go fixed wing. And they've got some guest drivers this weekend. Some BMW folks driving for him. Let me get some phones plugged in. How you doing back there, Paulie? I hear a lot of struggling.
No, we're good. We actually just went past the top of the hour here.
Woohoo.
So we can stop for our commercial break.
Sounds good, boss.
We'll be back in 5. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, and rotor longevity. Frozen rotors. It's the cost-saving solution for better braking performance.
Our market-leading product is a Novec based. It's a 3M Novec fire suppressant. And what really makes us special is the delivery system. This new 8865 3620 system puts that Novec, two separate systems, puts Novec in the cockpit, Novec in the engine bay in less than a second, immediately engulfing the area with a fire extinguishant. So by flooding the area that quickly, we're able to actually put out fires, save equipment, save our drivers. Obviously, that's the most important part.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
You know somebody that gets hot?
Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems are designed to keep you cool and safe in hot environments. The football shirt is worn under the shoulder pads for total player comfort. For race car drivers, Cool Shirts offers a driving cooling system for virtually every racing application. The multi-person cooling system is designed to meet the demands of the firefighter in rehab. Cool Shirts offers a variety of designs for anyone who gets hot.
Cool Shirt, the worldwide leader in personal cooling systems. Race your phone and become a winner.
Champ Car Endurance Series is sponsored by RVA Graphics and Wraps, a custom graphics shop that specializes in the design and production of the best quality made-to-order vehicle graphics. And by Lifeline. Lifeline uses the latest technology in motorsport fire suppression and extinguishing and is the leader of in-car fire safety systems using Novec and Triple F foam. And Wilwood Disc Brakes. Wilwood Engineering is a global leader and manufacturer of high-performance, original equipment disc brake solutions. And Cool Shirt Systems. Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems, vests, and garments offer comfort, safety, mobility, and durability when performance matters. And MAXXIS Tires. MAXXIS Tires International is committed to delivering high-performance, affordable tires to the world. And Frozen Rotors. Premium cryogenically treated brake pads and brake rotors by Diversified Cryogenics. And OMP Sport, one of the world's leading manufacturers of safety equipment and tuning accessories. And by Racing Radios, the leader in racing communications worldwide, providing quality and affordable communication systems for racers and fans alike. And DiscoveryParts.com, offering the best in auto safety racing apparel. So coming up next for the Champ Car Endurance Series, it's the Wilwood Grand Prix at Auto Club Speedway for a double 7, November 17th and 18th. And then it's off to Virginia International Raceway for an 8+7, December 1st and 2nd. To find out more, go to www.champcar.org. Yeah, and we hope that you will join us for those races. Still lots of spots available to get signed up and come out and join us for the action. One of the Tuttle machines in the pits right now. They've got the hood up on that car underneath, going to work on it. And let's see if I've got everybody muted here. So let me get you.
I'm here.
Go.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I was watching a video and I forgot to mute my end. So yeah, the Tuttle car's like going back out. I don't know what happened there. I think that's Michael in the car.
They were under the hood working frantically
Right.
as he was coming in.
So he's on his way back out now. But that car looks pretty quick out there. Both of them do, actually.
Hey, was Justin not able to get the broadcast on these monitors?
We probably could, but right now I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said it was. I was just curious. These people have asked.
Oh.
So right now it's Visceral Racing Group leading the race. We've got Danger Racing Group in second, 901 Motorsport in third, Hong North in fourth. Tuttle Motorsports, the two sister cars, side by side in the running order. Looks like the 107 has gone into the pits, or I imagine that's the car we're in now, so it just hasn't come back around the timing loop yet.
You know what I noticed about the 107 car, Paulie, is coming out of 6. He's slow, like crazy slow, and then picks up the throttle and starts going. So I don't know if that driver's just having problems with that corner or there's a fuel pickup problem. It's a very, very hard right hand. So yeah, I was just talking to Visceral. They love this weather. It wasn't so wild about their car with the slightly damp track, but he said the track's coming to them. He said Danger Racing Group, a little bit faster than them, but they're optimistic.
Well, that's good to hear for those guys.
He's right on the tail right now of the Leviathan MR2, entering 6.
Do we know if Visceral took fuel? Because it looks like their stop is a little short for fuel.
He said they double stinted.
Okay, so they just driver stint swapped out and went. Okay.
Yep, swapped out drivers.
I mean, you should have saved a lot of fuel with all those yellows and stuff on the
Well, and
beginning.
those 944s get good mileage. They've got a nice sized fuel tank in there. I'm not sure if Visceral's running a cell. But yeah, that car's got some legs out there on track as far as fuel goes.
Okay. Yep. So I wonder if they can fully double stint or if they'll have to come in a dash earlier than everybody else. We'll have to see.
Danger Racing Group sets the fastest lap time of the race with a 1:33. They're currently in P2 right now, back about a lap from Visceral Racing Group. We're on board with the Tuttle Racing Motorsports team in the number 107 car. They had made a quick pit stop. We're doing something frantically under the hood. I don't know if they may have left the oil cap off during that last pit stop maybe, but there was some work going on frantically underneath the hood to get that car back out there quickly. Whatever it was, it didn't take them long. And then we were also watching the Happy Moose back behind the wall there. You can see there's Randy looking at that car. I don't know if they're looking at the left front corner. It sort of looks that way. It looks like the hood's not up. It might have had some contact while they were out there on the racetrack. On board with the Brew Crew team, there you can see they're doing some battle with one of the Tuttle machines there, working their way around the racetrack. Looks like they got a new driver in, Doc. Who's piloting your car now?
That is Michael McCourt. He is one of the mechanics at Flying Wrench, works for Matt, does a great job. He's primarily the one that does most of the wrenching on my car, so he knows the car well. He's probably one of our faster drivers. I haven't
Nice.
looked at all of our lap times, but Michael's a great guy, always a great attitude, does anything you ask him to, and normally before you even ask him.
Cool. So we're on board with...
Mention that Doc guy is going to get in the car next.
Right. Looking forward to seeing you out there.
Maybe all
Looking
downhill
forward to
from
it.
there.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't embarrass us, but he normally does. I can't seem to get rid of the guy, though. Always hanging around, acts like he owns the place.
Hong North is up to third place. We said they'd be, in
Yeah, that car is brutally fast.
So on board with Tuttle Motorsports, their 107 car, which is right now listed in 8th spot. So it's Visceral Racing Group, Danger Racing Group, Hong North, 901 Motorsport, Tuttle Motorsports, number 108, Leviathan, and that MR2 up to 6th, Legacy Auto Sales in 7th, the number 107 Tuttle Machine in 8th, Amped Up in 9th, No Sense Racing in 10th. Fastest lap time so far, it's Danger Racing Group in their Lexus SC300 with that 133.7. By the way, if you're just joining us, you're watching Champ Car Live, coverage of the Amped Up Duels at Atlanta Motorsports Park. It is the Champ Car Endurance Series presented by RVA Graphics and Wraps. Paul Veltum, Bill Strong, Doc Waldrop, and Tiffany Alexander calling the action this weekend for an 8 and a 7-hour endurance race at Atlanta Motorsports Park that we call AMP.
You know, getting to think about it, Paulie, I think Mark Martin's in the car right now. I might have messed up in my head my driver order. No, it's not the NASCAR racer, but he's fast anyway. I think Michael goes in after me.
I gotcha.
Yeah, in fact, I'm sure of that now. Yeah, that's sorry, I
see his
Mark
suit there.
Yeah, I'm sure Mark's in the car. He's been a longtime member since day one of our team. He's a financial supporter of the team through Farmers Insurance.
Nice. We've also got registration for 2009 opening up soon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Midnight on November the 1st.
That is correct.
So all of those races will be open for registration.
Yeah, you can find the full schedule for 2019 over on the Champ Car website. So you go to ChampCar.org, and you'll find a link there for the schedule there.
Yeah, and you'll have to scroll down. We've still got five events left in this year.
Yeah.
So you have to scroll down a little bit, and then we really, there's no off season. We end at Sebring on the 29th, 30th, I think, and then Road Atlanta's the first week of February. So
8 hours of racing today, 7 tomorrow. Green flag, 8:30 a.m. Checkers today at 4:30, tomorrow at 3:30. Weather today, high of 58, low of 44, and cloudy. Seen a little bit of sun peeking through from some of the track cams we've been enjoying, courtesy of the track. Appreciate their help with that. There's a look at turn 1 and turn 6 as you come back up the hill. This very elaborate, highly technical racetrack. Lots of fun. 2 miles is the length, 16 turns, plenty of elevation change, blind corners. Just a driver's track.
Except a long straightaway.
Right. They kept that one out.
Challenging but very fun track to drive.
It definitely gets your attention.
Tiffany, have you done any instruction here?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are for somebody that's just interested in getting into the sport, maybe they're getting started in autocross, as you're working with new drivers, let's say, what are some of the common things that you approach them about, telling them, suggestions, what are some of the basics, I guess?
Whoa, we got the 501 around exiting turn 6. 531. Did a quick trip.
The Munich speed.
Munich speed.
Yep.
So someone just starting out on like a road course?
Yeah, especially if you bring them out to this racetrack, what do you typically say to those new drivers?
Well, I think it's always better if you start with a little bit slower of a car, so you can really learn your momentum driving and some car control and that sort of thing. and coming with the right attitude, coming to have fun, coming to learn. I always say show up like a sponge and be ready to soak up whatever your instructor can give you. Just soak it all up, then decide what you want to use.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to get out with an instructor, probably to get rid of some bad habits I have. Lord knows I love my bad habits, but not in a race car.
Just got a vision of me and you in the car, Doc. I mean, like popping your hand or something. Don't do that.
Me around a bit.
Yeah. We need a video.
Like that stuff, you be careful.
Well, speaking of bad habits, what happened to that Bill Strong guy?
He is trying to get the race up on the monitors. We've people over here in the big meeting room. So I put him to work. He's been kind of loafing around here. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. You can't hear me now, so that's all well and good.
So, Doc, can you see the screen here pretty good?
What?
Can you see the screen well?
What screen?
The screen of the race that's going on here in front of us.
There's a race on in front of us?
Yeah.
I can see it just fine.
We're broadcasting it.
Bill has... Really? You mean like people are listening and watching to us?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, what are they thinking? Yeah, I can see it just fine. Well, Bill's got the window a little small for us older folk. But no, I can see it just fine.
Okay,
I got my laptop open, but of course it's got a little bit of a delay.
Right.
Actually, the view out of
like
this
most
car
of
is
my
really
brain
good.
cells. They're on a little bit of a delay too.
Yeah, well, we're on board with Tuttle Motorsports and their Mitsubishi Eclipse. Heading down through 6 now, down into 7 and 8. This is kind of the, I guess you might call it the S's down through this section here. Let's head downhill. The car kind of bottoms out down here as it heads up this steep grade.
Car that he just passed. That's that Cavalier that raced.
Okay.
Cavalier?
Yeah, that's the one that reminds me of the Hello Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
I think I misidentified them earlier.
This is that left-hand sweeping corner. Just kind of takes you around through 14, through 15.
You're in that corner forever.
Just constantly turning, and then you set the car up, driver's left, to clip these points and make 16 here. You can hear the driver lifting a little bit.
And that's a crazy corner. It takes a little bit of leap of faith.
Yeah, it's definitely have to kind of build up to. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
Tiffany, besides 16 is obviously a tricky corner, but what are some of the other areas of the track that are pretty tricky that takes time?
I don't have the track map in front of me. I can't remember the names, but the numbers. After you go down Eau Rouge, and then you're uphill right-hander, blind, and then an immediate left-hander going back to that carousel. That is a really tricky place. You can't really, you're kind of seeing nothing but sky. I found that very challenging for a lot of people because they can't quite see where they're going.
So it's sort of like it's all about car setup on the racetrack and just remembering what you need to do with the car as you arrive there.
Right.
Because you can't wait until you see it. It's too late.
Right. Yeah, if you wait till you see it, it's way too late.
Oh, he's going to go off track. He's sliding off track. He's heading towards the wall. He avoids the wall. You heard tire lock up. I don't know what happened there. That was really strange. He looked like he just lost it.
That's where it bottoms out. So, I don't know. Usually you're under a lot of compression if you don't bottom out too much. That's what I was talking about right through here is where it just gets really blind because you're uphill, taking a right-hander, then an immediate left-hander. It's like the car is pointed at the sky the whole time.
Well, he just had quite a few cars pass him back. Now he's got to go back to work and lost everything he gained there. He's got to go back to work and get all this stuff taken care of again, get by these people. Looks like he didn't hurt the car, but that was a strange situation there. Just lost it. Went right off the track, and but managed to just bring it right back on.
Yeah.
That's the only ones I could get it on.
Yeah. Cool. These folks are
Yeah.
just asking.
I mean, that's really important too. If you're going to go off track, you definitely don't want to yank the car back onto the track, because that's how you end up crossing over and hitting somebody or something or both. You want to drive it off and then bring it back onto the race course under, controlled.
Right. You don't want to make the situation worse by coming back on track too quickly and losing the car again,
Right.
or getting into somebody.
Right.
There's still a race going on out there, right?
Right. Well, you see people make that, they drop a wheel and then they try to yank it back on a little too quickly, and then they really lose it.
Oh no, well they didn't work in my.
So coming up to the bottom of the hour now, we'll stop here for a quick break, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Stay with us, everybody. It's Champ Car Live. Back in a moment. Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, and rotor longevity. Frozen rotors. It's the cost-saving solution for better braking performance.
Our market-leading product is a Novec based. It's a 3M Novec fire suppressant. And what really makes us special is the delivery system. This new 8865 3620 system puts that Novec, two separate systems, puts Novec in the cockpit, Novec in the engine bay in less than a second, immediately engulfing the area with a fire extinguishant. So by flooding the area that quickly, we're able to actually put out fires, save equipment, save our drivers. Obviously, that's the most important part.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Gets hot?
Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems are designed to keep you cool and safe in hot environments. The football shirt is worn under the shoulder pads for total player comfort. For race car drivers, Cool Shirts offers a driving cooling system for virtually every racing application. The multi-person cooling system is designed to meet the demands of the firefighter in rehab. Cool Shirts offers a variety of designs for anyone who gets hot.
Cool Shirt, the worldwide leader in personal cooling systems. Race your phone and become a winner.
Nobody's ever allowed.
Champ Car Endurance Series is sponsored by RVA Graphics and Wraps, a custom graphics shop that specializes in the design and production of the best quality made-to-order vehicle graphics. And by Lifeline. Lifeline uses the latest technology in motorsport fire suppression and extinguishing and is the leader of in-car fire safety systems using Novec and Triple F foam. And Wilwood Disc Brakes. Wilwood Engineering is a global leader and manufacturer of high-performance, original equipment disc brake solutions. And Cool Shirt Systems. Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems, vests, and garments offer comfort, safety, mobility, and durability when performance matters. And MAXXIS Tires. MAXXIS Tires International is committed to delivering high-performance, affordable tires to the world. And Frozen Rotors. Premium cryogenically treated brake pads and brake rotors by Diversified Cryogenics. And OMP Sport, one of the world's leading manufacturers of safety equipment and tuning accessories. And by Racing Radios, the leader in racing communications worldwide, providing quality and affordable communication systems for racers and fans alike. And DiscoveryParts.com, offering the best in auto safety racing apparel. So coming up next for the Champ Car Endurance Series, it's the Wilwood Grand Prix at Auto Club Speedway for a double 7, November 17th and 18th. And then it's off to Virginia International Raceway for an 8+7, December 1st and 2nd. To find out more, go to www.champcar.org. 94 laps completed out here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Danger Racing Group is now leading the race. Visceral has fallen to second, just 5 seconds in the rears, with Hong North in third, 901 Motorsport in fourth, Tuttle Motorsports in fifth, Leviathan Motorsports in sixth, Legacy Auto Sports in seventh, Tuttle Motorsports in eighth, and the 107 car in ninth. It's amped up, and in 10th it's full throttle.
Hey, we're back. Maybe.
Yep, we're back. Welcome back, Tiffany. So, Tiffany, what's next on
Doc?
Oh, hi, Doc. You're there too.
Yeah, I'm here too. I've got to leave to go down to my car. I do not see my car out on track though.
Okay.
So,
Looks like I think it's parked on the side of the racetrack, sir.
that's a drag.
Yeah, it looks like we're on board live with it right now. And it looks like he's just pulled off to the side.
That looks right around the turn 12 area. That's that uphill right-hander that leads you into the long left carousel. So maybe I'll be back shortly. So, see you in a bit.
Okay, sir.
All right, bye.
So we got the volume turned up. Looks like I saw the driver's head shaking back and forth. I thought maybe he was talking to the crew, but he's not. Looks like the emergency vehicle is there, just shaking his head back and forth. We'll see if we can hear anything from the driver, if he's going to talk to the safety crew. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to hook him up.
Hey Doc, they just broke your tow hook.
Oh no.
Yeah, they went to pull the car and the tow hook just came right off. You need to fix that, Doc.
Never miss an opportunity to mess with each other, right?
So it looks like they're going to have to get that car pulled in. Now, they've been doing some hot pulls out here, Tiffany, so I don't think this will cause a full course caution.
Maybe not. And Danger Racing has moved into first place. I don't know if you saw that.
Come off right there. They're going to have to bring the wrecker in to pull tow you out. All right.
So I guess they're going to bring a wrecker in to get him out of there because they can't they can't hook up to the front of the car.
Now, I wonder if that will cause a full course. Hopefully not. Not sure where he's stopped. Do you know, probably?
Doc said he's around turn 12, so unfortunately he's about halfway around the track.
Yeah.
Not a good situation for the Brew Crew team.
Not very good lap times when you're sitting on the side of the course.
Right. As we go back into the Tuttle Motorsports machine, this is the 107 car. They're currently in P7 right now. They've passed the majority of the field to get up into this spot. Still slicing through the field. Their last lap through a 144. Fastest lap, a 136. But our overall leader, Danger Racing Group, never heard of them before. No. And their Lexus SC300 leading the race. And also, and also enjoying the fastest lap time of the day, a 132.7.
I think they've had the last 5 fastest lap times of the day.
Up about 12 seconds over Visceral, put the pass on them just a couple of laps ago. And then there's the Hong North Transam Mazda team. First A-Class car in P3, back about 2 laps. And then it's 901 Motorsports in their 325 IS, back and forth. And then the first Tuttle Motorsports machine in 5th. Just turned in a 142. Pretty much the same lap times as the 901 Sports BMW. Back about 44 seconds, though. It's going to be tough to catch and move up through the field if they're running the same lap times. Of course, Leviathan ran a 143 right now. That last lap through rather in P6 at MR2. The sister car of the Tuttle Group in 7th. Just turned in a 142. Hi, Jerry, watching us over there on our Facebook feed.
Looks like we have several Miatas, several A-Class cars in the top 10. Or Mazdas. But I don't know if anybody's got anything for Danger Racing when they get a clear track and get a good run. That car is fast. Real fast drivers, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, it was last year one of the Tuttle machines put it into the bridge there at Road America with Michael behind the wheel. Broke his hand. He's gotten healed up since then. I don't know if that hand is back at 100%. There's the Brew Crew machine being loaded onto the rollback.
Yeah, they had to load it onto a rollback because of his. Hold on.
It's because the tow hook was pulled right out.
Yeah, they had to roll it onto the rollback because he broke his tow hook, so they have nothing to tow it with.
Yeah, probably using a lot of the BMW guys use those tow hooks that come in the car from the factory, which screws into one of the horns where the bumper mounts.
Is that not typically a good place, or?
A lot of guys use them. I haven't heard of any. That's the first one I've heard of that was pulled out. So it may be that it was a little loose.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that puts the threads in jeopardy. So it could potentially pull it out. And the driver may have had his foot on the brake, and if they got a good jerk at that moment, it could have broke it or pulled it out.
There's a lot of skill to that flat towing stuff.
Right. I mean, Bill would know a lot more about being towed than me. But from what I understand, you just want to apply a little bit of brake pressure as you're being towed, and that keeps that belt taut, and it keeps keeps you from running into trouble with something braking.
Yeah, you just press the brake pedal and hold it down, but don't make it so your car skids. They don't really like that when that happens, when all 4 tires are smoking. But just apply a little pressure to make it taut. You want him to pull you. You don't want to push him.
I think it sounds easier than it is.
The worst I had was the first time I was towed. I was in an open wheel car. We didn't have tow hooks on those, so they just wrap it around the roll bar above your head, and then they would just spin it. They would twist it around. You had to grab it with your hand and hold it.
Oh.
So you're holding it. If you release it, if you don't hold it tight, the rope just slips out of your hands and you're left there. So you got to hold that tight while you're steering. And so you're really holding the weight of the car through the friction that's on that rope as they're pulling you along. And then you're trying to apply a little bit of brake pressure.
And you're trying to steer as well, right?
It was not a fun time.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
No, it wasn't cool. I said, there's got to be a better way. Can't we come up with something to tie this down so I don't have to hold it?
Right. Especially when you're being flat-toed and you're going over these major hills. I mean, I don't know, I found that challenging.
It looks like we're slowing down quite a bit. Oh, they're working their way around Doc's car that's up on the rollback there. Okay. Being gentle as they go over that blind hill there. That would be disastrous if you got a little too excited heading down there. I'm sure there was a flag displayed at the corner worker station, which would have been white. They might have even thrown a local yellow to make sure that they were careful going through there.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Heading up through 15 into 16 here, I believe. Nope. Yes, it's just a little difficult to tell with all the distortion
Yeah.
on the screen there. But weather today, high of 58, low of 44 degrees, cloudy. There you get an idea of just how beautiful it is out there today. Of course, the track still drying out from having rained a little bit.
We get the 107 as the Danger Lexus SC300 comes up on them very quickly. It looks like they may get a pass on the backside of the course.
Danger Racing Group, of course, leading the race with Visceral in second back. About 41 seconds now, continuing to fall behind after Danger made the pass. Hong North in third. 901 Motorsport in fourth. Tuttle Motorsports in fifth. Leviathan in sixth. The sister Tuttle machine in seventh. That's the 107 car we've been riding along with. Legacy Autosports in eighth. Full Throttle in ninth. No Sense Racing in 10th. And there is the Brew Crew machine. Looks like they're in the pit area now with that car. Looking down at turn one there.
Like it's drying out quite a bit.
It's drying out. There's still... Oh, and a lot of smoke from the Mustang. The blue Ford Mustang that's out on the racetrack going down into turn one. Boy, I hope he's not laying oil down. Oh, he's come to a stop. We've gone full course caution. And no doubt that's due to the Mustang that's come to a stop at the base of the hill going into one.
That's right at your apex. Oh.
Big oil smoke coming from that car. We just happened to be...
It's on the racing line, basically, as they're going into that corner. So they're telling everybody to come wide, go wide, as cars start piling up down the front straightaway here. So this could get kind of crazy. Hopefully these guys are watching their flags. So I got to keep my voice down because of interrupt the race control here.
Well, if you get a lot of cars stacked up on that front straightaway and then you come through that last section of turns and everybody's slowed down and you get off the throttle a little too quickly, you can be in trouble really quick if you're not paying attention to the flags.
Right, maybe you're paying attention to a competitor and you're focusing on your marks because that is a really tricky corner coming through there.
Right.
We've got another car stopped at the turn 12 hill. As the leader comes across the start-finish line, the pace car will pick him up here in just a second. And just to let you know, Tuttle's mufflers are still on the car, which I don't know where the drawing is now. But we got cars stopped at turn 1 and one at turn 12 going up the hill.
Yeah, emergency vehicle on site there at turn 1 is the Happy Moose. Looks like the Happy Moose car's back on the racetrack.
108's in pit lane. 108 is in pit lane.
Taking advantage of that full course caution, the 108 from Tuttle Motorsports heads into the pits. This is probably the Killer Clowns Mustang. It's a 2005 number 747. We heard some things from them earlier coming from the tower there, Bill, about the 474. I said 747. It's the 474 of Killer Clowns.
Yeah, they were having some issues with their transmission earlier today. They said that they had a transmission leak on that T5 or T6, whatever they use in the Mustang. They had the center console off the car and with a magnet and some feeler gauges and stuff going up in there with a flashlight trying to do something. So they said there's a small oil leak. It wasn't big, but it was small. But they've got fluid now. Yeah, they said they've been dropping fluid. So it may have been that transmission. The transmission may have finally gave up as he downshifted into that corner and possibly locked something up, causing him to lose the car right there.
Yeah, one of the teams we've been watching, if you look at the top three, of course, Vissel Racing Group has had such an up and down year for those guys. Of course, they won the trifecta, the big trophy that actually Bill put that trophy together. It was for the 3 24-hour races. They turned the most laps of any team of those three, won that trophy. But they've just had kind of an up and down year. They broke at Pitt and were not able to finish that second race. They crashed at they crashed at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and they also crashed out at the first 24-hour race at Nelson Ledges this year. And they're currently up in P2. Well, it's like Doc has said, if they don't crash or break, they're going to be up at the front. Now, another team we're looking at, Hong North, they're currently in P3. That's a Mazda MX-3. They get around AMP with the best of them. All top 10 finishes with wins in 2015 and 2016. 7th in last year's Eastern Championship, as we called it. So they're going to be strung up here. Right. And as you can see, Tuttle is in the pits right now. They've crossed over the pit loop. We got 901 Motorsports currently in P4. I'm wondering if they're going to have a problem because this will put Leviathan has an opportunity to pass Tuttle now and get back up into 5th spot. So we're full course caution now as a result of this of these two cars that are stranded on the racetrack right now. We've got emergency vehicles at the site to pick up both cars. The first one was the Killer Clowns Mustang that apparently lost an engine. There was a lot of smoke. Just as we switched cameras, we saw them trailing rather slowly on the outside, going down into one with a lot of smoke.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, we got a big line of cars here waiting to get down the front straightaway as they clear up turn 1, and then they're going to head over to turn 12 to get that stalled car on the uphill section.
We can see just over to the right of our camera is one of the Tuttle machines that's in the pits.
Bill, are they reporting any fluid down or anything from that Mustang?
Yeah, there's fluid underneath the car. I don't know how far it extends, but they did report some, so they're going to have to clean that up here in a couple of minutes. The tow truck is going to pick up that car, take it back, and then head out. One of the flatbeds is going to head out and pick up the Turn 12 car. Engineering is going to clean up the mess, and we'll get back to racing here hopefully soon.
So with that, we'll step away for our break at the top of the hour here, folks, and we'll be back here shortly on ChampCar.live. Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety while significantly reducing braking system costs. Our proprietary 60-hour cryogenic process permanently and dramatically improves the usage life and stability of brake rotors, creating a distinct advantage in tensile strength, abrasive wear resistance, and rotor longevity. Frozen rotors. It's the cost-saving solution for better braking performance.
Our market-leading product is a Novec-based. It's a 3M Novec fire suppressant. And what really makes us special is the delivery system. This new 8865 3620 system puts that Novec, two separate systems, puts Novec in the cockpit, Novec in the engine bay in less than a second, immediately engulfing the area with a fire extinguishant. So by flooding the area that quickly, we're able to actually put out fires, save equipment, save our drivers. Obviously, that's the most important part.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Somebody that gets hot?
Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems are designed to keep you cool and safe in hot environments. The football shirt is worn under the shoulder pads for total player comfort. For race car drivers, Cool Shirts offers a driving cooling system for virtually every racing application. The multi-person cooling system is designed to meet the demands of the firefighter in rehab. Cool Shirts offers a variety of designs for anyone who gets hot.
Cool Shirt, the worldwide leader in personal cooling systems. Race your phone and become a winner.
Champ Car Endurance Series is sponsored by RVA Graphics and Wraps, a custom graphics shop that specializes in the design and production of the best quality made-to-order vehicle graphics. And by Lifeline. Lifeline uses the latest technology in motorsport fire suppression and extinguishing and is the leader of in-car fire safety systems using Novec and Triple F foam. And Wilwood Disc Brakes. Wilwood Engineering is a global leader and manufacturer of high-performance, original equipment disc brake solutions. And Cool Shirt Systems, Cool Shirt's personal cooling systems, vests, and garments offer comfort, safety, mobility, and durability when performance matters. And MAXXIS Tires. MAXXIS Tires International is committed to delivering high-performance, affordable tires to the world. And Frozen Rotors. Premium cryogenically treated brake pads and brake rotors by Diversified Cryogenics. And OMP Sport, one of the world's leading manufacturers of safety equipment and tuning accessories. And by Racing Radios, the leader in racing communications worldwide, providing quality and affordable communication systems for racers and fans alike. And DiscoveryParts.com, offering the best in auto safety racing apparel. So coming up next for the Champ Car Endurance Series, it's the Wilwood Grand Prix at Auto Club Speedway for a double 7, November 17th and 18th. And then it's off to Virginia International Raceway for an 8+7, December 1st and 2nd. To find out more, go to www.ChampCar.org. Still spots available, so we hope to see you out there. Welcome back, everyone, to Champ Car Live coverage of the amped up duels at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Just coming off of full course caution to get 2 cars extracted, possibly some light track cleanup, getting ready to go green this time by is what we're being told. And, we got bad news. Doc's clutch blew. He's going down to this. Oh, no. Just going to go down and talk to him.
He was just up here in the tower talking to me about it. Said his guys can change it out in about 45 minutes, and they'll get back out on track. But Doc's going to head back down to the studio, and he can explain more about it here in just a couple minutes.
Okay. Well, that's a shame. Thanks, Bill, for passing that along. I'm glad they've got parts so they can get it fixed and get it back out there. So getting ready to go back to green here, folks. It's an 8-hour race today in Atlanta Motorsports Park. One of the most fantastic racetracks on the calendar. Lots of elevation change. Look at how steep that climb is as they head up towards, I believe that's turn 12 there. But, how exciting is this racetrack? Tiffany, you've done some instructing out here, and you've done obviously quite a few laps around here. What's your overall impression of Atlanta Motorsports Park?
Well, I really love this course. It's really challenging, really technical. One of my favorite things about this course is a lot of times I drive a Boxster, so those big horsepower cars can't really get away from me. It's not a track that caters to horsepower cars. Much more the handling, momentum cars, I think, do really well here, and it's fun, and it really shows off, driver talent because it is very technical.
Right, so it's a good Miata track is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Should be going back to green here.
Yeah, either way.
We're back to green here. You can see the video a little bit delayed there as we went back to green over the timing and scoring bar there. Tuttle up at the front of the pack makes the first pass.
Bill sounds
Sorry.
like in a tunnel.
The signal strength's a little weak over there. What was that, Bill?
Yeah, that's Danger Racing right in front of Tuttle. That's our leader as Tuttle's trying to catch him.
Yeah, so let's see. Tuttle's looks like they're back about a lap that last time through, so if they can get by Danger and put them behind them, then they would get their lap back. I'm wondering if they're back a little bit because of a unscheduled stop that they had to make a little bit earlier. But we went green at 8:30, so 10